How's it going, everyone? I wanted to come back to you and make another 100 kill video, this time focusing on the giant mole in Falador. I will be killing him with melee. The best way to do it is to use range, but I don't have a T-bow, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not even sure if the Bofo would be better than the Fang, but I think this is the better method. So yeah, like I said, I'm wearing full melee here. So you can see my inventory. On the screen here is the best setup for the melee setup. If you would like to try it in a different way, I will post a link in the description so you can see the guide on kind of the different ways to do this. I may switch over to Dorox at some point because if this is boring, I love getting the big hits with the Dorox by using the rock cake to get yourself down to 1. So we'll see how this goes, but I think I might give that a chance after this. When killing the giant mole, as you can see here using Dorox, you can expect to make 1.3-ish mil an hour, and here are the skills recommended from 70 plus attack, strength, and defense. Again, not a very high recommendation, and then obviously 43 prayer, so you can do protect from melee, which is going to be needed the entire time. If you're using a T-bow, you can expect almost 2 mil an hour, which is obviously very nice, but at the same time, you're going to have to put down quite the investment to get a T-bow. If you do that method, it's recommended to have 85 range, which I would hope you have if you have a T-bow, and 77 prayer, assumably to use rigor. Each giant mole kill is worth about 31k, again, as you can see here, which isn't a lot, but you do kill him very quickly. Here you can also see the drops that we can expect, with the main ones being the mole claw and the mole skin. It is highly recommended that you have done the hard Falador diary, because if you don't, then these the claw and the skin will come back non-noted, which is very annoying and will make it so you have to do constant runs. So before you even try this boss, I would highly recommend you do the hard Falador diary. In order to complete the hard Falador diary, you will need these skills right here, but I'm not going to get too much into this because that's for another video. I also want to add that having the hard Falador diary done also points out exactly where the mole is when you're down in his dungeon place. So again, if you don't have it done, it's very annoying to find him. It's totally worth completing it. To go over my inventory specifically and what I'm bringing in, so like I said, I'm starting first with the Fang method, so I'm just bringing my best melee equipment along with the Fang. And then for my inventory, I have the Divine Super Combat Potions, some Stamina Potions. It actually recommends, if you look at the guide, to bring more Stamina Potions, but because of the recent agility updates, I don't think it's necessary to bring more than 3. I haven't had any issue with that amount since those changes. And then you really want to fill, in large part, your inventory up with prayer pots, because you're going to be just protecting melee and piety if you'd like to the entire time. And then you want to be sure that you also have the Falador Shield 3 or 4, which will make it so an arrow is pointed to where the mole is within the area down there. You also want to bring a rune pouch just to have high alks. A ring of wealth will teleport you right to Falador Park if you need to bank. And then you also want to have a light source, so I have the bullseye lantern. You also are going to need a spade to get down here. I also brought a house teleport just so I can use my fountain to recover HP and prayer if needed. You can obviously get the Falador shield from also doing the hard Falador diary. So again, it's highly recommended to have that done before doing this boss. All right, I think we're all geared up and ready to go. Let's go ahead and clear the loot tracker. Say a prayer to the RNG gods, and let's get in there. I frankly wish I had more commentary on getting the 100 kills in this boss, but if you've ever done it before, you know that the giant mole is very easy and very straightforward. Probably for the better, because I'm trying to make these videos a little bit shorter, not have everyone be 10 minutes. For the giant mole, you just want to make sure that you're praying melee the entire time. There's really nothing more to it, especially when doing the method here of just using the Fang. It really is as simple as just finding him, starting to kill him, and then when he digs, just going to wherever he goes to. Like I said before, the Falador shield will lead you right to him, so it's crucial to have it. You're going to probably want to take a stamina sip every once in a while, but probably rarely. I know, at least in my experience on these runs, I was running out of prayer pots before I was running out of stamina. And like I mentioned previously, you're never going to get a huge drop out of the giant mole. It's really just about the consistency from doing them. So yeah, as you can see here, I just kept killing them, kept getting that kill count up. Around the 50k C mark, I started to get bored of using the Fang, and I was like, you know what, we're going to switch to the Dorox because I love getting those big hits. Once I switched to the Dorox, I definitely noticed that the kills were going a little bit slower just because of how slow you swing the axe and the inconsistency of it. But hitting those 93s occasionally or whatever is a lot of fun. I think it's a great way to test out what your max hit is using the Dorox, if that's something you're curious about, which I am. You also just want to be sure when you're using the Dorox that you switch to super combat potions rather than divines, as you don't want to accidentally kill yourself. Yeah, I wish I had more to say on this boss, but there's really not much to it. Go down there, put on Protect from Melee, and run around and kill him. I actually died here, which is so pathetic because this boss could not be easier. That's what happens when you're falling asleep at the wheel. Kill 96 here at the very end took 3 seconds, literally to kill. It was amazing. All right, we finished up here, and just like that, we have the 100 kills. Only took me about 2 hours, which is very nice in comparison to some other bosses. So yeah, let's see what we got. So as you can see here, after the 100 kills were done, we made a total of 3.2 mil, which again isn't bad considering this took me about 2 hours to do. So like 1.6 mil an hour, that's pretty good. As you can see, there's no huge drops here. You're going to make the majority of your money off the claws and the skin. There's other small things that you get, like U-logs and some things that you can high elk, which are nice from time to time. But those two things are really what's going to drive most of your GP made. If you do the math on this, this comes to about 32k a kill, which is what you can expect. That's pretty much exactly what the guide had in line for it. It's very consistent because, again, you're going to get that claw and the skin every time that you do it. So, you kind of know what you're getting. All right, I think we can get into the ratings now for this boss. All right, so for fun, I'm going to give this boss a 9 out of 10. I know, very high. Using the Dorox, it gives you a great opportunity to see what your max hit is while also just running around, having fun, getting the big hits. I think that's fun, so I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Profitability, I'm going to have to go with like a 3 out of 10. Again, you're never going to get the big drops from him. You're always going to just get the small, consistent drops. But to me, it's not bad to get that, but it just kind of takes away from the thrill of potentially getting that huge drop that can be a game changer. So yeah, I think 3 out of 10 is probably appropriate for this. There's definitely, just in comparison, more bosses that are just much better profit-wise. Worth itness, I'm also going to go with a 6 out of 10. There's, not a lot of focus with this boss. You can do it pretty AFK. I wouldn't say completely AFK because you still have to keep your eye on it. But you do make consistent money doing it. And, like I said, you don't make that huge drop, but also you just know what you're going to get when you do this boss. So I think that's really nice. You know that you're going to make a consistent profit. It's not like you're going to go dry. So there's kind of two sides to that coin. Thank you guys again for watching. If you have any recommendations for the next boss that you would like to see me get 100 kills of, please leave them in the comments. I'm kind of leaning some ways with the next bosses, but I also want to get some feedback from you guys. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe, as I will be continuing this series, continuing to get 100 kills of each boss and seeing what they give us. So thanks for watching.